Hello everyone, and welcome to SUNUP. I'm Lyndall STOUT. We join you today from the OSU Research Station at Marshall to talk about a problem happening right now with cattle and lice.
We kicked cattle on wheat December 7th to be exact, and I started noticing some cattle starting to rub on the fence and getting hairballs up, and that's just a normal diagnosis of lice on the cattle. So it's definitely a problem because it can lead to other problems, cattle rubbing, tearing up fences, tearing up other things. We did have some issues with cattle tearing up hot fence and getting it on a couple ponds, and got them in and poured them, and ever since then we've been doing pretty good, and it looks like it's cleaned up.
Justin, Steve mentioned the cattle rubbing on the fence and some other signs. Is that pretty common?
That's pretty common for this time of year, especially in wheat stalkers like they're talking about right here. We also see it in pastured cattle, but the lice that we see are pretty common about this time of year, going all the way through March.
And just to be clear, the lice in the cattle is specific to those animals, right?
Yes, it's very specific. It's cattle lice only. It doesn't get in onto you as you're treating the animals. In fact, they're very host specific. They will not get on you to spread into the other populations. There's 4 main types of lice that get into cattle, 3 that are what we call sucking lice, and 1 that's chewing. Most of what we're seeing right now are chewing lice, and they irritate the cattle, hence the rubbing on the fence and irritation.
And then you see some spottiness on the cows. There's some physical changes.
Yes, there is. You can actually see some spots on the animal where there's no hair from rubbing from lice. And usually that's a sign of just irritation. Even the lice may not be feeding on the animal, but the irritation of that lice crawling all over it causes it to rub against the fence. There are production losses associated with it because of the rubbing. And if you get into sucking lice, there is blood loss. So a general rule of thumb, what we try to do is if there's 10 or more per square inch, you need to treat. Usually this time of year, if you have 5 or more, you need to treat.
Okay. What are the treatment options then? What can producers do?
Yeah, the best treatment option is pour-ons, like your ivermectins, your sidectins. You pour it on the back. We really discourage soaking animals with insecticide this time of year because of the colder temperatures. But that is an option if you do have a warm day and if you have product around. General insecticides that are labeled for cattle will work for them, but pour-ons are usually the best option.
Okay, thanks a lot, Justin. And for more information on treating lice in your cattle, just go to our website, sunup.okstate.edu.